Hello everybody, it's Dr. Steve. Happy Thanksgiving. It is Thanksgiving here in the U.S., Thanksgiving time. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving. But I wanted to give you a mindset, a movement, and nutrition strategies so you can stay healthy, happy, and continue to be grateful for everything that you have, especially your good health, right? And this leads right into the mindset piece of cultivating the feeling of gratitude. Even if you can't think of anything to be grateful for, I'm going to give you a simple trick. Look at your hand. If you have a hand, look at it. I'm grateful for my hand. All right? Can you feel that? I'm grateful for my hand. I'm grateful for my legs and I can walk. I'm grateful that I can take breath in through my lungs. This is called cultivating the feeling of gratitude. So this is how you get yourself out of your, oh geez, I don't have enough, I wish I had this, I wish I had that. You focus on the things that you can be grateful for, and then you can inch your way into things that you want to be grateful for. Okay, like for instance, I want to be grateful for my pain-free shoulder. And even if your shoulder has been hurting you for years and years and years, the most important thing is to feel gratitude. See the image in your mind of you feeling great with your shoulder, or else your brain will never get the message that it's even possible. You have to use your imagination to drop that in to your what's called your reticular mass or your reticular activating system. So then your brain will start to search for logical solutions to fix your shoulder. If you just walk around being ungrateful and having this shoulder pain that you're always complaining about, guess what? It's never going to go away because you're never going to find the solution because you're addicted to the problem. I know that gets pretty deep, but the basics of this is start to cultivate gratitude, get the feeling of gratitude, then you can say, I'm so grateful I'm in the process of creating the perfect, non-painful, functionally moving shoulder. I'm so grateful that I'm in the process of it. If you say it, like, I'm so grateful for my perfect shoulder, but your shoulder's killing you and you don't have the feeling of gratitude, then it doesn't matter because the feeling is all that matters. So the little clause there you can use is, I'm so grateful I'm in the process of creating a healthy shoulder, and I'm grateful for all of the help that I'm getting from people that I encounter. So think about that and think about gratitude that way, okay? Speaking of gratitude, before I go into the physical and nutritional piece, thank you, I'm so amazingly grateful that you even take the time. Your time is so crucially valuable to you, critically valuable to you, and you're spending it listening to me. And I am really, really grateful for that, and I just wanted to express that to you, and I really do feel that in my heart of hearts, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart and from my core, right? This is to get to your core after all. Next, physical. Stress around the holidays starts to build. We think about all the things we have to do and time gets compressed and we end up getting closed, right? This is what crossed posture syndrome is, right? Remember, stress-induced muscle imbalances, if you can pronounce it, right? It closes you down. So I'm going to give you just a couple of things that I've given to you before, and they're in the Fundamentals series. If you don't have that yet, make sure you go to gettoyourcore.com and put your name and email address in there, and you'll get this Fundamentals series along with some self-tests. But the first thing you have to do is, the biggest thing that closes down is our upper body. So one of the first things you have to do is simply what's called the Brugger's posture relief position. Just turn your thumbs backwards, open up your shoulders, and that will automatically open up your thoracic spine here, okay? And that will allow your head to come back. And that will allow you a couple of good deep breaths down into your center, because when we get stressed, our breath starts coming up high into our chest. And we have to become aware of that, break that pattern with this simple Brugger's posture relief position. And in addition to just opening up your thumbs and reaching them backwards, I also like to extend my wrist and give my nervous system the message of openness, because that's what it all comes down to is, are you open or are you closed? If you're closed, you will continue to close down. You give the message of stress, decay, and damage, and death actually, to your nervous system, and you just continue to get into this system where you start pulling yourself along. Now, so that's a very simple thing that you can do anytime, anywhere. And in addition to that, in addition to opening up your hands and spreading your fingers, you also want to have the slight intention of extending beyond your fingers or pushing away from the pillars of your hand. Okay? That gentle intention, it's not a strong push, just a gentle intention that pushes it away, and you'll feel the neck tension start to release as you breathe down low and slow into your center. And this is also a good time to get a stretch into your neck, right? Especially if you do one-sided, you can reach with one side and then laterally tilt away. Reach with the other side, laterally tilt away. And I like to take a breath, and then on every exhale, allow a little more tension to let go. So that's a real simple thing that you can do, and that's for the upper quarter. And two other things that's crucial, and this is just like, I do a full downward facing dog. I don't know if the camera's going to get me in it, but just if you can do a full downward facing dog, like so, do so. If you cannot do that because you have tight calf muscles, at least do a modified downward facing dog where your hands are on the back of a couch. A stairway works great for this. Down, and just allow your tail to slide back as your thoracic spine falls through, okay? And just lay into that. And again, every time you outbreathe, let that spine fall a little bit further, get a little bit more motion through your hamstrings in the back, open up those hips. Really feel that. When I do that, I all of a sudden will get a new expansive type of breath that I hadn't gotten in a while, because when you open up those channels in your body that have been tight for long periods of time, it opens up more expansiveness, opens up, lets your nervous system relax, and that gives you a nice, deep, fulfilling breath. So there's Brugger's, you got downward facing dog or modified down dog. And then the last thing is, of course, we cannot do anything if we don't get into the front of our hips. So if you can, do the push away lunge. This is also in the exercise series where we drop down and open up the front side of the hips. And I like to also go down into it and then tilt away slightly and then top it off with a real easy reach. We don't want to do a shoulder shrug here, but a real easy reach up and get that whole sling of tissue through here. Okay? Both sides. Again, there I got a nice deep breath that I wasn't getting before because it opens things up. And again, it's about staying perpetually open. The message of openness to your nervous system. So hopefully those three physical micro breaks will help you stay open, and it'll be great for relieving back pain, great for getting rid of tension, headaches, and things that kind of creep up on us during the holidays. Lastly, the nutrition piece. I want to give you something. I've had these lectures on my hard drive for, I guess it's been 3 or 4 or 5 years now. I did a November series a few years back, and it was around holiday time, and I called it Building Your Buffer. And I wanted to give you the first one out of that series. It's like an hour and 15 minutes long, and it talks about stress-induced weight gain, how to manage stress-induced weight gain, talking about the different hormones that cause weight management problems, like insulin, the fat storage hormone, how to handle that, some dietary and supplement strategies for that. We talk about thyroid hormone. We don't go in depth into all of these because it's only an hour or so lecture, but we do give you some strategies for the thyroid and also strategies for estrogen detoxification, because we are living in a sea of estrogens in our environment. Whether we like it or not, we are immersed in it every time we inhale fossil fuel from a tailpipe in someone's car, every time we take a drink out of a plastic bottle, every time you spray on a little cologne or you smell or inhale someone else's perfume or cologne, anytime you eat food with pesticides on it, that's a xenoestrogen, these synthetic estrogens, and they wreak havoc on our body. So there's some things in this seminar that also teach you how to get those out of your body as well. So I just wanted to give you that. And since this is mostly or predominantly a kind of a physical posture blog, I'm going to ask if you just put your name and email address in below, and I'll send you that automatically whenever you sign up for that, because that way I'll know who's interested in nutrition, so I can give you more nutrition stuff, so I'm not bothering the people with nutrition who don't want so much about nutrition. So anyway, there's a sign up for that below, and that's totally free. My gift to you out of gratitude this Thanksgiving. So that's it, guys. You know what? Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Spend time with your families. Have gratitude for your families. And, you know, just focus on that, the beauty and the innocence in everyone you meet, and then that will come back to you. And focus on gratitude for that person. Look at the best parts of that person. I know it's easy to get into, well, here we go again this year with this person or that person. So just let's focus on finding the best in everybody this year, and everything will be much, much better. I guarantee it. Thank you so much. We will see you next time. Bye-bye.